Yeah, have you been affected by seeing all the protesting and just a lot of videos of police brutality and stuff that have been going viral? It feels like it's really kind of changed the tone in the whole country over the past couple of months. Has that been something, like, you're young, but is that something that's really kind of stood out to you as changing your perspective?
I mean, at first when I was looking at it, because a person like me, like blood, dead bodies, like just anything like that, it kind of like, a person like me, it make you feel some type of way, like in your head and in your stomach. Like you'll get this feeling. I can't really explain it. It's just a real discomforting feeling, like when you done really seen like a lot of trauma and shit. Like when you done been out there, it's like, it's discomforting to see it like just through the phone type shit. But nah, like really when I've been looking at it lately, shit, I just be trying to stay positive with it.
Right.
Like even though it's as negative as it can get, I just feel like this shit just to be put in your face so it can be negative, so you can have a negative thought. That's how I be looking at this shit. I be meditating this shit. I be looking around this shit.
You
Every
really
time
meditate?
Yeah, for sure.
That's interesting.
I look around it.
That's a really good habit, and I found that with myself too, that if you can find the time to be away from your phone, away from everything, and even just have like 20 minutes of silence, that'll really go a long way in terms of clearing your head. Just trying to not think about what's going around you. Yeah.
Like an hour just doing it. Like, you can ask my mama, I was just laying on the couch. I was laying on the couch, right? It was my mom and it was a lot of people. It was a bunch of people in our room. I was just laying on the couch for an hour. I wasn't moving or nothing. They thought I was asleep. Whole time I was meditating. And then they was like, it ain't. And when I got up, the first thing I said, y'all think I was just asleep? I asked everybody, I said, what y'all think I was just doing? They said, man, yo, was knocked out. You was knocked out, all this. I said, bro, I was up. I heard everything y'all was saying. I said, but I was still like focusing on meditating, but at the same time, I was hearing everything. Like, it zoned me out, but I was still in my own world.
Right.
And peace. Like, I was peaced out. But when I got up, I knew everything was going on. I was alert. I knew what Big Sean had just said. I knew what Mama just said. I knew Mama was just watching my documentary. I knew, like, it's like, and then it brought a type of energy to you. It bring an energy to you to where it's like, can nobody really bring this shit down.
Do you feel overwhelmed quite often? Because, I mean, you got a lot of people working for you, a lot of people on the team and stuff, a lot of people who like, if you were to say, fuck this rap shit, I'm not doing it anymore, it wouldn't just affect you, it would affect a whole bunch of other people. Does that, like, pressure get to you at times, especially being that you are so young?
It was getting to me at first until I started taking the time out of my day. Like when I took the time out of my day to do that, breathe, get your breathing right, and understand, breathe shit in, you start to realize, like, your thoughts. Like, you put that anxiety in that box, you put all that shit in that box, and know that, like, that ain't you. You ain't got that. You hear me? You good. That's how you think. It's like you start to think of your thoughts of, like, you already have them. So you start to talk like you already have what you want. Like, everything you want, you talk as if I already got it. Like, oh, I got it already. Like, let's just say you want this car. I got this car by the end of the year. I got that car by the end of the year. Like, just saying shit like that, putting that shit in the universe, like, shit like that, it changed everything. Like, it changed the whole thing. Like, I was overwhelmed as fuck. I was like, damn, you know, sometimes I was like, I wanted to be alone. I'm trying to figure out why I be wanting to be alone so much. Like, this when my mind was telling me, my mind, my body, I'm like, I want to be alone, but at the same time, when I get up, when I wake up, I want to still be able to see my niggas and shit. Like, but at the same time, I want some alone time to be able to, you know, be with myself. And I never figured out how I got that until I meditated. Like, it wasn't locking yourself in the room, going to sleep or something. Like, they weren't getting the alone time. I got in there. When I meditated, though, it's like, it's just you and your thoughts, and you control them. It opened you up for sure.
And it's got to stand out a lot, too, because now you have the life that you have, but up until a couple years ago, you had all the free time in the world. You could have gone off and done whatever, and it's like there's not going to be that many people depending on you or relying on you. Not to mention you could walk down to the store and people ain't going to recognize you, or not, like, you know, now you know everything's different for you. Like, you walking into the 7-Eleven is a thing.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know if you're even going in the 7-Eleven. You still go in the 7-Eleven?
Yeah, we go in the 7-Eleven.
Or you send somebody in, get me some Skittles.
Yeah, I'd be in the car.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I seen a clip of Gucci Mane, like, in, like, the grocery store, and his girl captioned it, like, this motherfucker ain't even been in a grocery store in so many years. It's like weird as fuck for him to be in that. But like once you get famous, like does it feel like kind of a prison almost because you are limited in so much shit that you can do?
I don't know. Like I just feel like it's certain shit. Like you should move a certain way to where I don't know. I just feel like you should move a certain way to where you shouldn't. I really don't know, cause shit, I used to go everywhere. When I used to just go everywhere by myself and shit, try to wander off from my security and shit, and just be with my gun and shit, I find trouble like every time. Like it was all negative. I have a whole Draco tucked on me in the mall with my coat and shit, just me and one more person like a girl or something. While I'm still NLE Choppa, it's just all the way negative. Like you just can't move like that. That's what I figured out. I mean, you ain't no hoe. You ain't no bitch. You know what you would do, but shit, we on some more shit. We trying to change the world. That how I be now. Like shit, I don't even be toting guns.
Yeah.
No more. Like them hoes around me, but them hoes right now.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen
I'm good.
So many of the rappers that we love just end up locked up over some shit that realistically probably didn't have to happen, given the way that they were capable of moving around at that time.
Yeah, for sure.
Is it ever weird because like you came out with such a aggressive style that maybe your fans, like, you ever feel like do they appreciate when you expand outside of your usual subject matter that you kind of blew up off of, or do you feel like sometimes it could be a struggle to get them to really embrace you widening your horizons and opening up who you are? Sometimes they might want to really just see you as this like character, this comic book character that's just crazy as fuck, talking about shooting shit up.
I mean, it's cool, but it's cool to talk about that. Like, shit, I might go make a shoot 'em up song tonight. I might go back home, look at a gun, pick it up, just look at it. But at the end of the day, I ain't gonna get carried away. That ain't the purpose of like, like that ain't the purpose. Like all that shoot 'em up, bang bang, this shit ain't the purpose. We trying to get bigger, like on some bigger shit.
That's fly that you just casually spun the chain like that. I saw that.
On my fault.
That was cool. That's what it's for.
But shit, like, I don't know, like, it's just, I might go back, look at that motherfucker, be like, I love guns, don't get me wrong. It's just, have them, I don't know, when you have them on you, you get an energy to it. I don't know, it just be an energy towards you that you don't want. Cause it's like, you got it on you, so you like, I already thinking like, I can't get, you hear me, I can't get caught lacking. Like, this is your thought. Like, you got a gun on you, first thing you gonna think, you supposed to use it. That's how I think. Like, I know I'm quick to use my gun, so that's why I don't have that hoe. Like, I damn near face one of my cameramans. Like there was this little shit telling me like, you too tricky. Like,
you shot the cameraman by accident?
No, he walked up to the car. Shot by Jolo. He came, popped up at the car. Like, we was shooting a music video. He walked up to the back seat. Like, and I thought somebody was walking up to the car. It was in my lap. And I real quick, like, it was Jolo. And I'm like, damn. I'm like, you bullshitting, boy. I just had a face shot on your ass. Like, that's how I was trying to say, but I was like, really? I'm bullshitting. Cause first off, it was Jolo. What you can't
shoot the cameraman.
You know what I'm saying? He can't shoot the shooter. So I was just like, I don't know, I just been changing my thinking. If my niggas tote guns and shit, they'll tote it. But me, I don't need, I just did this shit on the end. Me.
You got,
I just be breathing.
So probably the biggest song already off the project is the Walk 'Em Down one with Roddy. How did that come about? And that song, like, to me is definitely probably one of the best songs you ever put out. That was like an instant one that you could just imagine you could be hearing for years and years to come.
I just feel like it relates to all types of people. Like, as far as like, you don't even really focus on what I'm talking about in the song. Like, I listen to Walk 'Em Down and I be like, you won't even realize that I'm just talking about like some murder shit. Like, it's so much of a vibe. The energy I gave on there, it's like everybody can. And then the dance, like, that's what I'm talking about, like positivity. Like, really, I took like Walk 'Em Down. We know what Walk 'Em Down mean. But I made a dance to it to where it could take away from that. So like kids could turn up with it instead of just, walk them down. So it was like a dance. So everybody, kids, older people, whoever. And that motherfucker did 100 mil in 4 months.
Right.
That shit hard as fuck.
Did that song exist and then you hit up Roddy to get on it, or were you guys in the studio together, or how did that happen?
We was in the studio together. I had DM'd him, and I was just like, I didn't even know he was gonna come through. This was a while ago. This was before he even dropped the Antisocial album. And it's got Antisocial.
Oh, really? So this was before he got as big as he's gotten now?
Yeah, that was before. Then this was before I even dropped like some shit I dropped. This was like, I don't know. It was. Damn, I ain't good with dates and shit. I wish I had a date. That's what I'm looking for. I'm like, damn, what's a date? I need a calendar or some shit. But yeah, it was when he came through. We just got this shit done. But I had always looked up to Raddy like a motherfucker because I was bumping. I bumped that motherfucking. I can't talk for shit. But what's the goddamn album?
The
Feed the Streets.
Right.
It was on Spin Real. I used to bump that shit every morning.
Right.
That Young, all them songs. Oh God.
And he's kind of like, he makes the kind of music that you've been sort of experimenting with, like transitioning into doing a little bit more melodic stuff and everything like that. You feel like doing a collaboration with him sort of helped you to like, you know, work on that different style that you've been.
Bro, this for sure what I said. I said I'm thankful and I'm blessed to where I had a song, a melodic song to finally blow, like to where, cause I was going to my label. I'm telling the label and shit. I'm like, man, I ain't gonna lie. I don't like making these hype songs like that all day. Like I like to use my voice. I got a voice. God gave me a voice. I feel like I can sing and some more shit. That's how I'm going in the studio. I can sing. I can do all that. I got a voice. Sometimes you can't use that if you talking about this. If you locked in the box talking about this one thing. Sometimes you gotta, I don't know. You gotta change the way you say shit. Change the way you do it. Change your flow. When you change this shit up, I feel like a lot of more people gravitate to it. And then like when you explain why you doing it, when you explain that you want to be creative, your creativity, because everybody got to be creative. Like you can't be locked in one. You got to put all your eggs different baskets.
Right. We've seen that with a million artists over the years and shit. Where if you don't like continually experiment and go outside the box of what you've been doing, it's very unlikely that you're gonna stay as popular as you were. If they want to see the growth, that's like the number one thing with the fans. Yeah,
you gotta trust it. You gotta trust and have faith in it. Keep saying you're gonna get better. Fuck. Cause hey, listen, this is what I did. I was like experimenting. I'm dropping different melodic songs until one of them bitches blow up. I'm gonna keep doing it. Like I when they was like, I missed the old Choppa, I wanna hear the hype songs. I'm looking at it, I'm reading it, I'm like, all right, but I'm still keep dropping this because I'm trying to, I know what I can do with the hype songs. Now it's like I know what I can do with every song. That's how I carry myself. It's like I know it, I got it.
Right. That's crazy because I remember like seeing you dropping some songs that maybe only did a couple million views on YouTube or whatever, which for you is not necessarily that crazy. And then that's like the one that sort of like broke through and like maybe convinced a lot more of your fans like, oh, we can get this type of energy from him, not just the shooter energy. Yeah,
because I did the exotic. I did the Roll Up Exotic. I don't know if you heard that song, but I was trying something different with that one. And, I feel like that was gonna do a lot, but it did like 10 mil in a month. It's still good, but like I was just, I be wanting.
You got different standards at this point, huh?
It did 7 mil in a month. Now it's at 10 mil.
Right.
Usually I be trying to aim at the 10 mil or something, but it did 6 mil, and I was like, okay, this progress. That was fucking with it. But that was without my Instagram and shit too. So I was like, for sure.
You're still Instagram lists right now, right?
Yeah.
What the fuck did you do that they apparently felt like you needed to go?
I don't know. Fuck them. Make my own app.
Yeah. But so what, you're holding it down on Twitter and Facebook maybe? But
for sure.
Instagram, you just over it? You just quit? You gave up?
I mean, I'd be on some spam pages or something.
Okay, yeah.
Or I'd be on my nigga page.
Everybody got a fencer.
But shit.
Do a little lurking with it.
Yeah, do a little, like I just look at shit, but shit. Other than that, phone, I just be trying to stay off my phone, really. I make my own app.
But you think that, what was it, like guns? Were you posting some sexual shit? Like, what was it?
They said, I don't know. I posted like, I remember when Famous Hoes was going up. I remember I had like a twerk contest to that one. And then they said something about I posted a girl that was underage.
Oh, what?
Some shit.
You're like, I'm underage.
Something like that. Revenge porn or something, they call it. I think that's what they call it.
Really?
They put that on there, and then I had a lot of stuff somebody talking about I was shooting, that situation.
Right.
It was just a lot of stuff, so.
That's crazy.
Shit.
You got the label, like trying to duke it out with Instagram a little bit? Because I feel like the label should be able to finesse that, right?
Yeah, me too, but shit.
At a certain point, you just got to be like, fuck it, man.
I don't need be. I don't, cause listen, I feel like when you get caught up in that shit, you live in the type of world that like, this shit kind of helped me more. Really, honestly, cause it's like you living in a world that don't fucking matter. Like, that's why I can't even date certain bitches no more. Like, if a whole time about her followings and all this, like,
right,
you focus on the wrong stuff.
Especially, it's different because you are somebody who has millions of followers, so you've kind of seen it all. So when you see somebody who's like really shamelessly trying to climb that fucking clout totem pole,
yeah, that ain't it, boy.
Yeah,
I ain't even.
That's why you need a girl who's seen some shit. She's been around long enough that she don't feel like, you know, you're just a lick. Because you're a lick to a lot of girls in terms of just pure clout. They don't got to steal something. They just got to steal that
They
energy,
just got to get a pic
attention
with your ass or anything. For sure.
It's a weird
and this
feeling,
the
right?
world. This you ain't gonna never be happy living in that world. That's what I realized. You gotta like work on yourself, like meditate. That's what helped me. That would really help me open up my head for a lot of shit, for sure. I ain't gonna lie. I don't even live in that world. Like, I don't even get caught up in that shit.
Right. But
like Instagram, cause I know, bro. Like at first when they took it, I was like, damn.
End of the world.
I'm like, hold up, bro. This down there, this pretty. It wasn't all I knew, but it was the main app I knew how to work to get where my fans to like, get my fans to really be tuned in and work at. Like, I was getting more views than anybody with 3 million. I had 3.7 million followers. I was getting 1 million, 2 million views on videos and shit. Wasn't nobody doing that. 600 likes, 600K likes. I was doing that. I was so caught up in that shit. I thought that shit mattered. It don't even matter, cause guess what? I done got platinum plaques and gold plaques without that bitch. Without it, cuz I'm like, bruh, man, what you want, bruh, is already distant for you, fool. All this should be distractions. It be distractions to kind of throw you off. Instagram, they make you feel like you need that shit. Oh, I need that ground for my music. I need this to be, I don't need that shit.
Might help you be a little bit more mysterious too, where sometimes with Instagram you might be giving them a little bit too much of your life, right?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I mean, you could use that bitch, but at the end of the day, you use it for what you use it for. You use it just like it's using you. You use it back. You use it like to help, like with your platform.
I hear it.
Use it back.
Another classic interview in the books. If you guys enjoyed this, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and head on over to nojumper.com to support. Appreciate y'all.